Senator Manchin he's a Democrat from West Virginia. Now, if you know anything about West Virginia, it's so backwoods that even Dick Cheney made fun of it, right?
It's true.
It's right. So anyway, so
it's not fair to people who live in West Virginia, but yeah, even Dick Cheney made fun of it.
It's not. Yes, even that's what I'm saying. Even people. So the people in West Virginia and the cousins they love. So Manchin came out and said, I'd support delaying Obamacare to avoid a government shutdown.
In other words, he's already giving away what remains to be negotiated, which actually shouldn't even be negotiated anyway.
Yeah, so we won the election, and they get to do what the fuck they want. I'm a shitty senator. Yeah, I'm shitty.
Well, that's the issue with Joe Manchin specifically. Yeah. I mean, he used to be the governor of West Virginia, and he is a coal state supporter, right, all the way, and has actually helped and assisted the Republicans and voted with the Republicans more often whenever they're allowed to vote than he's voted with the Democrats. And he's a really strange cookie. He's got a lot of, he's mostly a Republican as far as I can tell. Especially, the only thing that I've seen him not be a Republican or a publican in everything but name has been on gun safety legislation.
Well, he finally came around to some very weak-kneed gun legislation, which is a big deal, I guess. That he at least did that, and they still couldn't pass it.
Oh, and also remember, Joe Manchin, also, when he was running for Senate, one of his big commercials was to take a picture of climate legislation and the cap and trade legislation in 2009 and shoot it with a rifle.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the guy that we're talking about.
This is, so if the Democrats stand firm and they don't negotiate on the debt ceiling, which we're not supposed to, all right, you're not supposed to debt. This is a new thing that they've figured out, and then Barack Obama effed up and gave in that first time and negotiated on the goddamn debt ceiling because he is a rookie and he didn't know how to negotiate. Still doesn't know how to negotiate to save his life. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'd love to play poker.
I'd love to play poker with Barack Obama. We'll kick his ass.
Well, one would hope. Yeah,
kick his ass.
The idea.
So let's just. We have these clips I'd like to play. We're talking about Ted Cruz and what's happening inside the Republican Party and their civil war, which you never see this. They're very disciplined on the right. We've often said that, right? They follow their marching orders. They repeat their talking points, and nobody steps out of line, which is how they get so far with horrible ideas, right? That's why they're able to.
Because they have that lockstep ideology, or at least they used to, which they don't have anymore, because the Tea Party has basically come in, and this monster that they fed is now carrying them and biting them back.
Yes. So let's go to Tom Coburn. Now he's from Oklahoma, senator from Oklahoma, very conservative. He's an indignant gasbag. He always likes to say, we got to be honest with the American people, and then he bullshits you about something. But here he is. He's talking about Ted Cruz. Let's hear what he has to say about Ted Cruz's stunt.
My problem with the strategy is show me where you get 67 votes in the U.S. Senate to get rid of and defund Obamacare. That's the problem with the strategy. The problem with politics is if you create expectations you can't fulfill, that leads to disappointment. To create the impression that we can actually defund Obamacare when the only thing we control, and barely, is the U.S. House of Representatives is not intellectually honest. I'm finishing up 9 years in the Senate, and nobody has a higher conservative rating than I do. And I'm now no longer a conservative, according to the standards that have been set by the expectation of this process.
So now this comes down to this has been my big problem with politics of the last 10 years, right? And now it's starting to bite Tom Coburn in the ass a little, which is nice to see. Is that, we've often said this, that you get to have your own opinion, you don't get to have your own facts. Right? Which is what we've been dealing with, right? So as much as, as many problems I have with the Democrats, they seem to use an agreed upon set of facts with the rest of the world. Republicans don't seem to be doing that. They seem to just be able to make up like right now, Ted Cruz, we can defund Obamacare. Tom Coburn, you can't do this.
That's never going to happen.
We lost the election. Right. This is water under the bridge. We're going forward. Let's try to do what we can do. So he's living inside of that alternative reality bubble, and he's trying to deal with these people. And it's nice to see, because it's been so unbelievable. Like you try to over the last couple of years, you try to debate people and they say, oh, what about death panel? There's no such thing as a goddamn death panel. Medicare's going bankrupt. It's not going bankrupt. Social Security's bankrupt. It's not. The minimum wage costs jobs. It doesn't ever cost jobs. So you can't, so we have to, so that's what's good to see. If we're not going to deal with facts, if we're not going to all deal with the agreed set of facts, which is what's really hampering us, I think, in our political process now, at least it's coming back to bite the Republicans on the ass a little bit here.
Well, if we're lucky. If we're lucky, I mean, I know, but they're still able to stop what's going on right now. They're still able to effectively halt everything while we wait for them to pull out of their crazy train.
Yes, agreed.
So it is effective to a certain point, and also, as I think Peter King was mentioning, that Ted Cruz has been raising money hand over fist. The Tea Party's groups have been raising money hand over fist off of this stunt that Ted Cruz pulled. So, that has been very lucrative for them. It's been very helpful. I think that's a great incentive for them to continue trying to do this as much as possible, even if it means that, we have to shut down the government. And if that also could mean possibly, if we have a repeat of the 1994 government shutdown, maybe they'll get kicked out of office at the same time. Maybe not. The media landscape is a little bit different now.
The media landscape is a little bit different now.
We have Fox News now.
Yes.
We have Fox News that is perpetuating this completely fact-free, evidence-free, debacle of news that this, whatever you want to call it, I want to call it this Frankenstein idea of news that they have created, that has helped the Tea Party sort of take over this concept, to take over the national conversation about these very important issues.